I now yield 5 minutes to our distinguished colleague from North Carolina, Mr. Holding.
The gentleman from North Carolina is recognized for 5 minutes.
Mr. Speaker, I rise to speak for a few minutes about some of the many remarkable qualities that my friend, the leader of the North Carolina delegation, Congressman Howard Coble, has exemplified through his nearly 30 years of service to the 6th District of North Carolina and its people. To earn the continuous confidence of your constituents for 3 decades, Mr. Speaker, is a tremendous honor, and one that Howard Coble has unfailingly performed with remarkable humility, never taking it for granted that he would be reelected. To also earn the respect and devotion of your staff, members of this House on both sides of the aisle, certainly as we've seen tonight, and the many stakeholders who he's worked with on a daily basis throughout his career as a legislator, is a testament to Howard's commitment to public service, and more importantly, Mr. Speaker, a testament to his personal character and charm. Many of the laws Howard Coble has authored have been in politically and technically complex areas: copyright, patent, trademark. These agreements can be very difficult to negotiate, and it's vitally important to the public and the American economy that we get it right, and Howard Coble has gotten it right. He's protected the rights of individual authors and inventors, just as the drafters of the Constitution intended them to be. Howard's skills and his unblemished reputation for fair dealing among all parties have been critical to the congressional efforts over the many years to forge consensus in these difficult areas. And Howard's commitment to public service, as we've heard tonight from the other speakers, began long before 1984 when he was elected to Congress. It's a commitment to public service that spans over 50 years. And throughout his life, he's performed these duties with a sense of grace, compassion, and respect. Respect for people, respect for his colleagues, respect for the process, respect for the institutions of government, as have all been echoed here tonight. I've talked to a number of Congressman Coble's staff to hear reflections that they've had, and a number of them have recalled some poignant moments. One, recalling the valuable lessons that Howard's taught him. One of the longest-serving staff members told me how impressed he was to learn why Howard went back to his district regularly to meet with constituents who were unlikely to support him. So he didn't only meet with his supporters, but the folks who didn't support him. And Howard explained that the congressional seat he was in didn't belong to him, but it was their seat, and that all his constituents needed to know that they have a congressman who cares about them, thinks about them, and represents them in Washington, even if they decide never to vote for him, that he will represent them. Another staff member echoed the sentiment, recalling how refreshing it was to work for a member who is always able to stay true to his ideas, describing Howard as someone who appreciates real people. Another staff member remarked that she was so impressed at how other members responded to him. She recalled that at the beginning of a Judiciary Committee markup right before Howard's father passed away, that Chairman Hyde started off with a moment of silence. And after that moment of silence, the first 2 members to come up to Howard and express sorrow for his loss were Representative Watt and Representative Delahunt, 2 colleagues who crossed the aisle to console and share a moment with their friend who was mourning a loss. Witnessing that moment made this young staffer proud to work for Howard. It taught her a lot about the importance of treating people in a humane fashion. And indeed, Howard treats everyone humanely, whether it's a meeting with constituents, a meeting with high-level officials, a meeting with celebrities even, or meeting with staff members after a long day, having them come over to his office where they share a laugh for a few moments, calling staff members after a long markup and telling them that he really appreciated the work that they did today. In an interview, Mr. Speaker, 2 weeks ago, Howard stated, "I've been richly blessed with good friends up here and also back home, and I will continue to embrace those friends even though I'm leaving." Well, Mr. Speaker, it's us who have been richly blessed by Howard, and we will continue to embrace our good friend Howard because he's a friend and a mentor to us all forever. With that, I yield back.